Hey, it's Russ. So, had a bit of inspiration to create this video for you if you're suffering with back pain, because I've had a bit of a flare up, which I'll talk about in a minute. But I guess the main kind of point in this video is, should you exercise if your back is painful at the moment or kicking off? And I think the short answer is yes. You should exercise. You should keep moving. You will need to adapt things a little bit and listen to your body, but you should keep moving. If you've got really severe back pain with a condition where you've been advised by a medical professional to rest, and it's normally good to get that assessed, then you may need to take a few days of complete rest, but still, do move, do have movement throughout your day regularly. If it is, quite bad and you're normally lifting weights or playing sport and that sort of thing, you're probably going to need to tone that down a little bit and just build light exercise, mobility and stretching, low impact, and just, keep going. Swimming's a really good one as well, but just keeping that movement, regular is going to help you recover much more quickly, because your body will quickly realise that it's okay to move, and that not every movement is going to write you off. Pain typically doesn't equal damage, in most of the time. It's also very important to remember, if you're managing back pain, trying to improve back pain, that it's not linear. It's not just like continuous improvement, okay? What it is very up and down. You'll have good days and bad days. I like to explain it so, with my back pain, nowadays, if I have a bad day for me now is like a good day used to be for me when I was in like the midst of my debilitating back pain. So you want to see that over time you're having less bad days and they're getting less severe. Every now and then there might be a bad one, but that should be less common and less severe. So it isn't linear, it's not a straight line. There's going to be good days and bad days, there's going to be flare-ups, and there's going to be times where you feel like there's absolutely nothing going on whatsoever. And you've got to remember that it is up and down. And just managing flare-ups when they happen. So my flare-up, for example, and I'll give you a very good example, which is, it's been a week now. So I woke up after a day of sitting down all day working, editing videos and on calls. I moved a bit, but not enough. Didn't take my own advice. And then that night I had a bad night with with the baby, who woke us up a lot, and I had a few hours of broken sleep, ended up on the sofa for a couple of hours, woke up feeling really tight and sore, but I thought I would go to the gym. My plan was to squat 145 kilos, deadlift 142.5 kilos for some good reps, and overhead press as well, with about 70 kilos. So quite big, and a couple of those were what I call my post-back pain PBs. So anyway, I went to the gym, I started to warm up, and normally at this point things just start to ease out and go away, but this actually wasn't. I was starting to feel tighter and tighter. At that point I should have listened to my own advice and listened to my body, but I didn't. So I actually warmed up in my squats and did my squats. I hit my PBs, and my back was just, right back and hip was just really tight. The next day it was significantly worse, and I probably should have rested and just done some light exercise, swimming, Pilates, stretching, mobilization, walking, and then just taking it easy for a few days for it to ease up, and then gone and lifted weights. So anyway, today is Thursday. Last Thursday is the morning that I lifted those weights with a sore back. This morning I'm lifting weights again, but in the meantime, between then and now, I haven't been lifting weights. So it's 6 days that I've not been lifting weights, and I've been swimming and doing mobility and doing Pilates, and doing a little bit of something every single day, but not kind of anything high impact or really, really intense. And just gradually, every day it's a little bit better, it's a little bit better, it's a little bit better. This is one of the worst flare-ups I've had for a little while, and I literally am pinpointing it to that period of time, sat down, sleeping on the sofa, getting really poor sleep. Today I went back and I didn't lift as heavy as I did the previous week, but I managed to squat, deadlift, overhead press to a reasonable sort of weight. And I actually feel fine now. It felt a little bit tight at the time, a bit sore, but it feels much better than it has done. In my instruction in Pilates, I've been able to do some more of the advanced exercises that I tend to do, with some with that absolutely zero discomfort or pain. A couple of them might be a bit uncomfortable, but manageable. And so I expect in the next few days, I'll be building up back to where I was, a week ago. And I possibly should have done that in the first place. So I guess the takeaway from this video is, yes, do Move if you've got a sore back, and do exercise if you've got a sore back. It's just you may need to tweak that exercise, something that isn't aggravatingly painful and it's just getting you moving. If it is acute, quite extreme pain, then you probably want to take it quite easy and rest and get advice from physio or something like that, chiropractor, doctor. But still move throughout the day. You need to keep moving unless you've been explicitly told by a medical professional not to move. Remember, back pain is not linear. It's not just going to get better, although for some actually it does. For a lot of people, it will just get better, and then there'll be ages, and maybe they'll have a flare up. But actually, typically it's up and down, up and down, up and down. And thirdly, I don't take all of my own great advice. I give a lot of advice, and I try to follow it as much as I can. But sometimes, you know, I was quite desperate to get under that weight last week, and I did it, and it's great, and I'm chuffed. But I possibly should have taken it a bit easier. Hopefully you in some way find this helpful. If you do feel like you need a little bit of coaching around this, then my premium coaching membership's £60 a month with no tie-in, and you get nutrition coaching with that, as well as some accountability where we will agree what you're going to do that week, and then I'll follow you up to make sure you've done it, or you're going to let me know that you have done it before I chase you up to find out. There'll be a group of other people in there who are all with similar struggles. And we'll have a weekly coaching call as a part of that premium coaching, as well as a group WhatsApp. It will just be a very small amount of people. The very maximum I'll allow into that group at any one time is 10 people. So it will just be quite a bit of individual attention, individual planning, and then accountability from me and from the group as well. So what that'll do is going to keep you consistent. You're going to get advice how to adapt as you go on, and that's whether it's back pain or just general maintenance, or if you're actually more interested in the nutrition advice side of things. But you'll be there, you'll be held accountable, you'll be kept motivated, kept on track, much more likely to achieve your goals. It's almost like having a PT in your pocket. If you're interested in that, or if I can help you with anything else, please give me a shout. Best way to contact me is going to be either by emailing me, info@pilatesguide.co.uk, or send me a WhatsApp. My details will be in the description, or if you receive this by email, then they're going to be in the email. Thanks for watching, and speak to you again soon.